Hello, and thanks for joining me tonight. My name is Mike Tellerino, your host. Tonight I have Jett, who is my co host, and I got the infamous Sean uh, Zemeski. What am I saying? Adam.
There you go. You got it.
I got it. Well, Sean, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And Sean, we're going to talk about Ruck Chicago 2022. But first, I want to ask you, Sean, how did this all begin? Give us a little backstory.
This all began about, I think it was 9 years ago. I started with a different one. Just being a participant, I heard someone told me about these group of people that were walking 22 miles with some weight on their back to raise some awareness for PTSD and veteran suicide. And I always kind of like doing stuff that's hard and challenging. So I went and participated and had a good time and hopped on doing PR, and one thing led to another. And uh, the girl Elizabeth Diaz, who created this, ended up having some health issues, so she wasn't going to do it no more. And I said, no, we can't do that. This is something positive. This is something good. We got to keep it going.
Right.
And she basically passed the torch to me. I rebranded it into Ruck Chicago, moved it out to my hometown of Tinley Park, and here we are 5 years later, going strong and trying to go for 5 for 5 with the dogs for our veterans, and
Sean,
no stopping ahead.
it's been growing every year.
Yes.
I can't believe the event that we had last year. It was amazing. Who's the little one?
We got my daughter Cameron here,
Cameron, hi.
my number one fan.
That's a good fan to have in your corner, believe me. Sean, it's an amazing event. So tell us a little bit about the backstory about what being a veteran means to you and what you want to do for our veterans.
So with me, me not being an actual veteran, just being just a supporter. I lost my cousin in the beginning of Iraqi freedom. He was a captain in the Marine Corps, and I was just always looking for a reason to give back to our military. And when I heard about 22 veterans losing their lives daily to PTSD because of suicide, I said, you know what, this is where I can make a difference. So, that's where I got involved. And I'm kind of one of those people where I don't talk about it, I be about it. So, actions speak louder than words. So that's why I do what I do.
But
And
every year it's getting bigger and bigger. And we're the recipient of the proceeds,
correct.
which goes to support a service dog for a veteran.
Absolutely.
And it's just amazing the turnout that we're getting at these events. It really is. You put a lot of your heart and soul into what you're doing to make this benefit. And you have a lot of great supporters behind you that work with you to pull this. It takes a small army to pull this off.
It does, especially with when it comes to sponsorships and stuff like that. I mean, really, we're going on year number 5, and I think I pretty much have the same core of sponsors the entire time. And that's even through COVID and everything when businesses were struggling. People didn't even have money to put food on a table or pay their mortgage or their
Sure.
rent. And I told them, you know what, this year, if you don't have the money for the sponsorship, sometimes it's not about the money. It's just about keeping relationships.
Exactly.
I'm still going to promote your company. I still am going to do what I do for your company. I understand if you don't have the funds this year. And you know what, honestly, all of them, almost all of them put the money up. And then some of them even put more money up.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, when you surround yourself with those type of companies and people, I mean, you're set up for success.
Yeah. Zach, have you ever done a ruck march?
I haven't done a ruck march since 2013, uh, whenever I was still in the service. I haven't been able to do one since I got out because I've been nursing other injuries and stuff. So I never wanted to push my luck too much on it. But definitely something I would like to try and get back into, definitely.
Sean, people don't I mean, you carry 22 pounds on your back and you're walking 22 miles, correct?
So we let's see. Last year we switched it up. Instead of doing the full 22 miles, we now make it a 22 kilometer. So it's only 13.1 miles. And we decided to do that because 22 miles was taking us about 6-7 hours to do, which is a good chunk of your day.
Right.
By cutting it down to 22K, it's only 13 miles. Also, we want grandmas and grandpas and we want everybody to be able to participate in this. You know what I mean? So I don't want anyone to be deterred away by, oh my God, I can't do 13 miles, or oh my God, I can't carry weight on my back. I don't want anybody to not participate. Even if you come and do one lap around the lake,
Right.
you're out, you're supporting the veterans, and you're participating. And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about.
Well, what you're doing is amazing. It really is. And again, I keep emphasizing how this has grown every year. And that's due to your due diligence on keeping this event going because, it's just mind boggling when I get there and we have our veterans there with the service dogs to see the number of people and how enthusiastic they are about your event. And
Well, like I got these two here. This is my passion project. I do this, while I'm driving in my car, I'm making my phone calls to everybody. Every little spare second I got
oh, I
is
get it.
put
I
into
get
Ruck
it.
Chicago. And I would be completely lying if I didn't say there's a lot of times where I want to give up or it's just really, really, really hard because I got a lot of responsibilities and I got an important job that I have. And, but at the end of the day, I just think about all those men and women that lost their lives and all the men and women that never even came home from war. And that's what pushes me and keeps me doing what I'm doing.
Sean, just spreading the awareness
Right.
PTSD, you get that out to so many people. And that's so important is that we raise the awareness about PTSD.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
it should tell us a little bit about the event, where it's going to be, what time it starts, and what do we expect when we get there?
So the event this year is this Saturday, 2 days. Saturday, September 10th, and it's going to be at Centennial Park in Tinley Park, which is also known as McCarthy Park. It's right off 167th, and we got a big old pavilion out there. We're going to have a live rock and roll band. We have my buddy Joey comes out from Freedom Butchers, and he'll be cooking dogs and burgers and Italian sausage. So at 11 o'clock, we'll do our little ceremony with the color guard, sing the national anthem, and then everybody will start walking around the lake. It's a 1.3-mile loop around the lake. So I think it's like 6 or 7 laps. We'll do the whole full completion. We have water stations set up on each side with bananas and stuff like that for the participants. And then when everyone's done, right around normally 2 p.m.-ish is when our finish line party starts. That's when we're going to have band, we're going to have food, free drinks. Everything is free. I don't charge a penny for nothing. All our sponsors, we have amazing sponsors. They take care of everything.
Wait a minute. So if I wanted to come to your Ruck and do the Ruck March, I don't have to pay anything to be part of that.
You can show up with the inside of your pockets pulled inside out if you want. I make this so that there's really nothing in this world to do for free, really.
No.
Families, you got 6 kids, 8 kids, whatever. I want you to be able to come out, have a good day, hang out with the veterans, get yourself a bite to eat, and not have to break the bank or any of that stuff. All we ask is if you do have some extra funds, just make a donation. That's all.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's one thing you don't hear is free anymore today.
No, not at all. I walk around, I walk in people's offices, and I ask them for things. That's what I do. And in return, I push their business. I do my due diligence of helping the company and making everybody level up together because that's what it's all about. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And that's how we get the bounce house and the face painting and the balloon animals and, the magician and everything that we get. It's
This is a major event. This isn't something you're just putting on to put on. I mean,
Michael, I don't throw little tiny parties.
No,
I go above and beyond.
yes, you do, Sean. Believe me, I get it. I've been around you long enough to know you don't do anything small.
No, 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 no. And you know, we're excited for next year. Hopefully next year we get this summer concert series kicked off. We're going to throw a bunch of concerts next year. And you know, it's going to be different genres of music out in Homer Glen, this property we have. And hopefully that keeps us going so we can have more than just one event every year. We can have multiple events. I went national with my trademark this year. So hopefully next year we can start doing. I got a guy in San Diego, Colorado Springs, Scottsdale, Arizona, Jacksonville, Florida. So hopefully next year we're going to start doing these all across the country. So
Sean, if somebody wants to come and volunteer to help you pull this off, how do they reach out to you?
they can get a hold of me either via email, ruckchicago@yahoo.com. They could come. We have Instagram, Facebook, any of that. You can message me on any of those. I have business cards.
So it's Ruck Chicago 2022.
No, it's ruckchicago@yahoo.com.
Okay, yeah. But on Facebook, it's Ruck Chicago.
It's just Ruck Chicago. It's just Ruck Chicago.
Ruck Chicago.
Yeah, Ruck Chicago on both handles, Instagram and Facebook. Um, you know, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. I'm a people person. I rather come meet you for lunch, whatever. I go around to motorcycle clubs and talk to them to get for their support. I do the dirty work. I go out and walk around and I talk and I shake hands and I meet people and I create relationships. And that's what I like to do. You know, I'm not all about texting and emailing and all that stuff. You know, I want to talk to people in person. So
Do a one-on-one, face-to-face.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
feel the same way.
Yeah.
I think you get more from it doing a face-to-face than you do with a text message or an email or even a phone call.
Absolutely.
It just has a little bit more of a personal touch to what you're trying to your goal you're trying to reach.
Right. And
I know the proceeds that you raise goes to help support a veteran, which we will provide with a service dog thanks to your hard work and your group's effort. The money you raise, we support a veteran with the service dog.
absolutely.
And the service dogs that you have supported thus far, believe me, these veterans are forever indebted and grateful because they are a total game changer for these veterans. Zach, you're a recipient of a well, you have a service dog. It's your dog, but you made
Yeah.
it into a service dog. How does that service dog affect your life?
Oh, it changes everything, Michael. I mean, it's I don't do anything without Rocky anymore. Very seldom do I even go out of the house without my service dog with me. And before the service dog, I was a shell of a person. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to socialize. I didn't want to do anything like
I
that
get
whatsoever. I
it.
didn't want to be around anybody. And with Rocky, sometimes I get a little bit more attention than I bargained for. But it's always a blessing to have that dog with me because it's like having somebody there to watch your back all the time and give you the comfort whenever you need it.
And Sean, and that's one of the reasons why what you're doing. I just wanted you to hear from a veteran himself on what these service dogs mean with all this hard work that you're doing to make this event a success, what it means to these veterans and where all your hard work is going to. It's
You
a
know,
it's a game changer.
and then when we get to do these dog dedication ceremonies, you know, that's where it all comes together because that
Right.
you get to see the fruits of your labor. You know what I mean? When I
Exactly.
get to walk that dog out, present it to he or she, whatever veteran we give the dog to, and you get to see their kids and their family. Uh, that's makes all this hard work and everything I do. That's when it makes it all come together, and
Well,
that's why I will continue to do what I do till the day I die.
you're doing amazing work. You really are. For what you're doing, it's because of what you're doing and the hard work that you're putting into making this a success. It's because of those funds that you're raising allows Canine to provide that service dog to a veteran. So if it wasn't for your hard work and due diligence to get this thing to work, we wouldn't be able to do what we do and provide that dog to the veteran. It's because of what you do that makes it possible. So God bless you and your team for what you're doing to make this all come together because I mean, I know what it takes to pull off an event, and it is a lot of work. And you don't do anything small, Sean.
No, no, no. I mean, we
I
have
don't even
like,
know if that word is in your
look at the
vocabulary.
back of our shirt. Look at how many sponsors we get.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
You know,
So there'll be shirts for sale there, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have we're doing purple this year is our color. And yeah, we bought some extra shirts this year. I think we could possibly probably even do another order of them as well. Hopefully next year with because I own the domain ruckchicago.com. I purchased that last year. So our website is being developed, and hopefully when the website's developed, we'll have a merch store on there all year round.
So you have plans to make this even bigger and better than it is.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
know how you could do that, but that's your goal.
No, the goal is ruckchicago.com. So, like I said, I'm not a veteran, but I'm infused by veterans all the time. And I'm around veterans all the time. I listen to them talk, I hear about their problems. So, I've become accustomed to start thinking why they get PTSD. What are the issues? And I started thinking about it, and it's just they don't know where to go. They don't know where to find
Well,
help.
I don't.
Yes.
We're not doing enough for our veterans. That
Right.
much I can tell you.
So I have all these resources at my hands, so I take advantage of them. So with this website, we're going to have links on there to find psychiatrists, to find doctors, to find the VA, to find. I got a buddy with assisted livings, his company, who will come and clean your house or get your groceries, or I want Ruck Chicago to be a one-stop shop where a veteran can sit down at his computer, go on our website, look at pictures. It's going to be a search engine to help veterans get what they need easier and quicker.
That's amazing, Sean. Your heart is definitely in the right spot. I guess I can't thank you enough for what you're doing. I'm so glad that you chose Canine to be that recipient of the proceeds and that by doing that we can give another service dog to another veteran. And I can't wait. When I watched you present that last service dog at our last event, you were beaming. You had a smile. You were just, it was so
I mean, how could you not?
well.
You know what I
You
mean?
know, I know. And what you did for that veteran, you turned his life around. You gave him hope. You gave him something to look forward to.
Well, I have relationships with these. I just don't hand them a dog and I never talk to them again.
No, you don't.
I call Kelly. I just talked to Kelly yesterday. He was the first veteran we got his dog for. I keep relationships. I check in on them. I give them a call, see if they need anything. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of this. I want them to use me as a resource. If they
Right.
don't know where to ask or to do something, I mean, the last gentleman, he went on a plane. They charged him full price. He asked for help. I had him reach out to you. They ended up getting their money back for their flight because of the service dog and all that. And that's why I'm here. It was just a phone call for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
what life in general is about. I'm all about just helping people, man.
You're all about having a huge heart.
Well, I was just born that way, man.
And like Zach could tell you, he works with Canine. He's a spokesperson for Canine. We put a lot of events on, and we know what it takes to make it work.
Oh yeah.
And your work is endless in what you're doing. I keep thinking, well, how's he going to top this year? How's he going to top this year? When I get to the event on Saturday, which I'll be there at 10 a.m., just for the record, Sean, I'll be there at 10. I know I'm going to look around and go, he did it even bigger and better. Every year it gets bigger and better.
Well, I always tell people fear is a good tool if used wisely, and I'm always scared and fearful of failing. So
I don't think
that's
I
what
don't think
drives me
you,
to
I don't
do
think you
good.
know how to do that, Sean.
I know, but that's how my mind works.
Okay, but I don't think you know how to fail. Again, this event needs so much just getting the word out to let people know that there are people out there struggling with PTSD.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we started this, Michael, I would talk about PTSD and Ruck Chicago or anything like that, and people would have no clue what I was talking about.
Right. It's
And
yeah, you're absolutely
now I almost can't talk to anybody without them knowing what we're talking
right.
about. So that tells me right there that what we're doing is working because people are aware. Obviously, mental health is now kind of in the forefront of our society. It's being talked about. You know, there's commercials on TV, so that's a positive. But at the end of the day, I want veterans to know that we give a shit, man. Us regular civilians in America, we care. We want to help. We want you guys to come back from war. We want you guys to adjust to civilian life like just like everybody else. And it's okay to not be okay.
It's right. You're absolutely right. Sean, I want to thank you for being my guest tonight. And you, of course, you too, Zach, always being my co host. Um, I am so looking forward to this event on Saturday. I really am. Um,
It's going to be a good one, man. We got some killer live music. We got some great food. I don't
and,
hang out with not cool people, so
and it's free.
and it's free. It's free. Bring the
So
kids.
come out, support our organization, support Ruck Chicago, help a veteran, and just let them know that you care.
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely,
that's the important part. You know, when I go to these schools and I talk to these kids about veterans and service dogs and PTSD, the last thing I want to leave with them is that, you know what, if you see a veteran, he's wearing a veteran's baseball cap or a veteran's shirt or whatever he has on, you know, it's important that you walk up to them, reach out with your hand, and thank them for their service. It doesn't cost you anything to
absolutely.
thank them. Let them know that they were appreciated, that when they're not forgotten once they come home, it's not, oh, well, you're home now. You know, you did what you had to do, and you know, no, it's not. It doesn't end there. We need to let our veterans know that we appreciate everything and all, you know, all, not only the sacrifices they made by serving our country, but the sacrifices their family had to endure by them going to serve for our country.
Absolutely.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's,
No vet. If I'm in a restaurant or anywhere and there's a veteran in there, they don't ever pay for their food.
you know what?
I always,
Feel
yeah, I always take care of their food or their Dunkin' Donuts or whatever. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Their money is no good when I'm around.
Such a small price to pay. You know, they're so under acknowledged. They really are. You
For sure.
know, we're doing so much for so many others, and I won't even get into that. That we're providing phones and hotel and food and medical, but yet we have so many homeless veterans on the street.
Absolutely.
How our country will continue to allow that to happen, I'm beside myself because I don't get it. They
Yeah,
offer to put
that's
their
true.
life on the line for our country, and yet when they come home, it's like, oh well, thank you. You know, it's been nice.
It starts with each individual person, man. You have to be the change. You have to be the
Without
change.
doubt.
You know.
Sean, thank you again for being my guest tonight. You know,
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
I'm
having me.
so looking forward to the event on Saturday. One more time, Sean, I want to close with where it's at, the time it starts, and what's going on.
Ruck Chicago this Saturday, 11 a.m. at Centennial Park. It's like 16798 Parliament Avenue. You enter off of 167th Street next to the brand new firehouse. We have poles out there with American flags everywhere, open to public signs. Trust me, you will not miss us.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Zach, you're going to be there too.
I'm gonna try and swing by for a little bit there. Yes.
Okay. I know you got other
Yes,
commitments as a spokesperson for us, but you know, God bless you, Sean, for what you're doing, and thank you for choosing Canine to be the recipient of the proceeds from that. It means a lot to our veterans that we could provide that service dog based on your hard work.
absolutely, Michael. Like I said, every year to the day I die, my man.
God bless you, guys. Take care of yourself. Have a great evening. And
Say bye.
Sean,
Bye.
no, they are your biggest fans.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
girls,
Are you Jody Watt?
Nope.
am I what?
Are you a police officer?
No, that's Michael Tellerino. That's the CEO of Canines for Veterans,
And what
goofball.
is his name?
All right, cool, guys. Thank you so much.
John, you have a great evening.
Yeah, you
Have a
too.
good evening, guys.
Bye.
Zach, thank you.
Thank you.
His